Hi, so last time we spoke, we were talking about your relationship with your mom and your identity and you moving to Baltimore.
Yeah, so I know I talked to you a lot before about kind of like the struggles between me creating my own sense of identity and being an adult and the relationship that I had with my mom that I still have. Sometimes I struggle with that and the codependency because that's kind of how I grew up my entire life. It feels really nice to be able to like make a name for myself again and to like be an adult and do the right thing and to have a lot of responsibility, but I'm achieving my own goals instead of doing what everybody else wants me to do, which has kind of been like a pattern in my life, is just doing what everyone wants me to do all the time and trying to appease everybody because I'm a huge people pleaser. So, it was never really my own decision to do a lot of things in life, even big decisions like going to school for a certain major and things like that. It was always, am I doing this for myself or am I doing it because I think it's what's right and what should be done? So, there's a lot of boundaries that have had to be set between, me and my mom. I've had to kind of create a lot of boundaries for myself and to be able to like tell her that, there are certain things that I want to do that I need to be able to do on my own. That's kind of created like some friction between the relationship that I have with my mom because she always has something to say about everything and she wants to kind of like steer me in the right direction. She's like so scared of me making any mistakes. But sometimes I have to make mistakes in order for me to grow and learn. It's kind of like the process of being an adult. So it's kind of been good to have that distance so that we can create those boundaries and set those boundaries. And I can kind of learn on my own. So
You feel that your relationship with your mom is still good, but you're also growing as an individual.
yeah, so one of the biggest things was like learning how to do things on my own instead of asking for permission or asking how to do things. Like I've had to learn financial responsibility in order for me to, save money but have money to pay my bills and pay my rent and have enough money for groceries and things like that. Whereas before, kind of things were either like I was told how to do things or things were given to me. And so I had that sense of entitlement. I had a feeling like, oh, well, I don't need to work hard for anything because it's just given to me so easily and so freely. So now I can, kind of like I have to budget. I have to create, goals for myself that I want to achieve. And I have to learn, how to really do things on my own. And it's scary. It's like really scary to be independent, but it's also extremely rewarding and it feels really good too at the same time.
So you feel really positive about the progress you're making and becoming your own person.
Yeah, and I've had, some like slips here and there. I've had to kind of live paycheck to paycheck a few times and almost have like money to pay bills but not really money for anything else. And that's been hard. Like I've had to struggle with, okay, this is kind of how it is. This is what I have to do. I can't, call my mom and be like, Mom, I need $50 for something this week. I have to, I need to pay groceries or I need a new outfit. Like it doesn't work like that. I'm an adult now, but she's been working a lot on herself, which is really huge too. Like the distance that me moving up here has created is like she's becoming her own person. She always told me that, I was her responsibility and her life was me, essentially, like making sure that I'm okay all the time. And so now that I'm kind of creating my own life and being an adult, she's had the ability to create her own life and do her own things too. So there's like been a lot of growth on both of our parts that's been, really positive. I have a lot of fears and a lot of struggles in the future, but I can't really think about that. I can't think about what might happen. I have to kind of live in the moment and be happy with what's going on now.
Right. But that's great that you realize, that not only are you growing as a person, but, your family is, and your mother is growing as an individual as well.
Yeah, and it makes me really happy too because I don't have to worry as much either. Like, because we're both working on like our own codependency issues, I was always worried, like, is she gonna be okay? Like, I'm moving, is she gonna be okay? Is everything gonna be okay at home, and things that really are out of my control essentially. Like, that's kind of what I've learned by being up here is I'm the only one that can control my own future and my own destiny, and she can control her life. Like, we can't really change anything with each other. We just have to kind of live our own lives and just grow and be adults, but together instead of like on top of each other at the same time.
But as you grow individually, you guys are also, building your relationship stronger as well.
Yeah, that's been really good too. Like, I feel like instead of building a relationship of like child and mother, we're building a relationship of like adults. I don't go and tell my mom every aspect of my life anymore, which I did. I would call my mom every time something happened, no matter what it was. And, that just caused her a lot of stress and anxiety, and vice versa. She did the same thing to me. Whenever something was wrong with her, she would call me. And now we kind of have our own like friends, our own supports, our own like people that we go to, so that it's not like I call my mom every time something happens. I just call my mom and say, hey, how's your day going? Like, what have you been doing? And just like normal conversations that don't cause a lot of stress and anxiety.
Okay, well, that's great. You are still growing into your own person as an adult, but you're also attaining the ability to create healthy boundaries and maintain a good relationship with your family at the same time.
Yeah, those boundaries are like huge. They're really the staple of like how, I'm becoming more strong in creating a sense of self for myself, and my mom is too. And, having all of those boundaries and being able to say, I'm not gonna, if she calls and she says, what's wrong? I feel like something's wrong. Are you okay? I can say, yeah, I'm okay. I don't really think that what I'm going through necessarily, like, we need to speak about in depth because it might cause you more harm.
No, yeah, I understand. Well, we can leave off here today if you want. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that sounds good. I feel like I got a lot out, so I'm happy.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.